Hi, this lesson today is a math lesson, and we're going to talk about making the numbers 8 and the number 9 today. So for this math lesson, I have my 10 frame and the pegs, the red and the yellow pegs that go in there. I also have my math page, a pencil, a red, and a yellow crayon. So if you do not have those things, I want you to pause your video and get those so you'll be ready, okay? We're going to start today by looking at not this side. What I want to talk about today is the back side of your math. So it's page 58. This is what I want us to look at today and talk about. Now, I'm going to go over a couple of things that I noticed when I was checking work over the weekend, the work from last week. I noticed that I had several friends who were having a difficult time with their 10 frames and showing numbers. Some of my friends didn't do it at all, left it blank and turned it in. Some of my friends did it, but didn't color in the boxes in the correct order. So that's what I want to talk about today. I have taken my very first 10 frame. This math page is divided into two sides. On this side of the math page, we're going to show two different ways to make the number 8 using red and yellow. On this side of the page, we're going to show two different ways, 1, 2, to make the number 9. Again, using red and yellow as our color, okay? Now, I want you to look at the 10 frames with me. There's a couple things you might notice. The first thing that you will notice is that each 10 frame has some boxes that are gray, that are shaded in gray. There are 2 boxes here that are shaded in gray, 2 boxes here, and on this side there's 1 box that's shaded in gray on each 10 frame. Now, this is a 10 frame, just like this is a 10 frame, and this one, and this one, and this one. Your paper has 1, 2, 3, 4 10 frames on it, okay? Now, the other thing that you may notice when you look at mine is that I have taken a black marker and I have numbered my boxes. Now, I have done this to help me so I will know where and which boxes to start coloring in. If you think it would be helpful, and I do think it would be helpful, I would encourage you to use your pencil or a black pen marker and number your boxes. Now, this is the part I want to talk about because this is the part that's very important, that you number in order, okay? We always start at the top box. Now, when we read from left to right. Left to right. When we write, we start at the left side of the page and we go to the right side. Same with the 10 frame. We're going to start and we're going to number from left to right. So the first row is the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, when I get to 5, I don't have any more boxes. So I have to go down to the second row. But that doesn't mean here, and that doesn't mean here in the middle. It means go back and start at the left and go left to right again. So this last box on the top row is always box number 5. And this first box on the second row is always box number 6. So Miss Gideon stopped here on 5. I came back down here and started over and I wrote 6, 7, 8. Now, I stopped with 8. I did not put a 9 and a 10 here because I could have, but because these two boxes we're not using today, that's why they're shaded in gray, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to show one way to make the number 8. And we're going to be using today some red and some yellow. So I want you to get your 10 frame, and we're going to build all the way to box number 8. Now I know that your 10 frame is not numbered, and that's okay, but you can do this with me. We're going to do some red and some yellow and stop right here on number 8. All right, so I'm going to do one of these with you. Let's find, with our foam pegs, let's find 3 red pegs. Okay, so here's what this means. I'm going to take my pegs and turn them on the red side, and I'm going to put 3 on here. Now that means I have to build in boxes 1 and 2 and 3 because that's how we count, and that's in order. I can't put 1 red here and 1 red here and 1 red here and say, okay, Miss Gideon, I have 3 red. You do have 3 red, you're right, but we have to build them in order, just like we count. So we have 1 in box 1, 1 in box 2, and 1 in box 3. Here are our 3 red, okay? Now, we're going to add 5 yellow to this, okay? So I'm going to start where I left off, which is right here in box 4, excuse me, and we're going to add on 5 more that are yellow. So I'll turn my pegs on the yellow side, and you can be building this with me. 1, 2, 3. Now, Miss Gideon said 5. And so far we have 1, 2, 3. So we're not ready to stop yet. Now, did you notice when I filled up this row? I'm at box number 5 right here. And I'm ready to go down to the next row. I have to go all the way down here and start over and build again from left to right. So I go back here and I go all the way back down to box 6. I do not put 1 in box 10 and build that way because we don't count that way. We don't count and say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. That's not how we count. So I'm going to put it here, and we're building 5 yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's look again. We were building to show the number 8. Let's see if I have 8 pegs in all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come all the way back down here. 6, 7, 8. I have 8 pegs in all. So now I'm ready to count and see how many are red and how many are yellow to make 8 in all. So when I look on here, I can say, okay, 1, 2, 3 are red. So I'm now ready to go to my paper. And I am now ready to color in 3 boxes that are red. So it matches my 10 frame. Now I don't get to pick which 3 boxes I want to color in red. I have to start with box 1 and count and color in order the way I count. So I'm going to color in these first 3 boxes. So I'm going to let you stop and pause your video and do your 3 red. All right. I colored in my 3 boxes red to match my 3 red on my 10 frame. Now, do you notice how I colored inside the lines on my boxes? All right, now we're ready to do our yellow. So we're going to look at our 10 frame again, and now we're going to see how many that are yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 are yellow. So I'm going to take my yellow crayon, and you're going to take your yellow. And I'm going to start where I left off, which is box 4 right here. And I'm going to color 5 more boxes yellow. So I'm going to pause the video and color my 5 boxes yellow while you color your 5 boxes yellow. Okay, I have now colored my 5 boxes yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this on my paper should match exactly what I have on my 10 frame. Let's see if we can get that on here together. Well, there we go. And it does. I have 3 red and 5 yellow on both. Okay. I'm going to let you on your own in a little bit do this one. So we found one way to make 8. We found that 3 red and 5 yellow make 8 altogether. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So your job right here is to find another way to make the number 8 that is different from 3 red and 5 yellow. Okay, so you can come back to that in a minute. We're going to keep going. We're going to jump ahead over to this side, and now we're going to do one example with the number 9. We're going to do the same thing. So you need to take all of your pegs out of your 10 frame. I'm going to take all of mine out. This time we're going to make the number 9. We're going to find a way to add some red and some yellow to make the number 9. Now on this one, they have 1 box shaded in gray because we don't need all 10 of them. We're only making the number 9. Okay? All right, so on your 10 frame, let's start this time and let's do 6 red. All right, so find your pegs and we're going to make 6 of them red. Now remember, we read from left to right. We write from left to right. So we're going to build from left to right on our 10 frame in order, just like we count numbers. All right, so we're going to make 6 of these be red. So I want you to put in your 6 red pegs. All right, I now have 5, and I'm ready to add 1 more for 6. So I need to remember that when I come to the end of this row, and it's number 5, box number 5, I have to go back down, but I don't go here and put it here. And you might say, but yes, Miss Gideon, there are 6 red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'll say, there are 6, but that is not the way we count. When we count, we don't say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. That's box number 10. So we're going to move this over here to box number 6. We now have our 6 red. We're going all the way to the number 9. We're not building anything in box 10. So if I put my finger over box 10 right here, how many yellows do you think we're going to have? I'm going to give you a hint. Look at what boxes we have left. 1, 2, 3. If you said 3 yellow, then you were correct. All right, so let's add 3 more that are on the yellow side. Once again, starting where I left off, here's box 6. So 1 more yellow, 2 more yellow, 3 more yellow. I have now built with pegs all the way up to the number 9. And that's the number that we're building to today, 9. So now it's time to look at our 10 frame and see how many red did we use? How many yellow did we use to make 9? Let's look. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red plus 1, 2, 3, 3 yellow makes 9 in all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 in all. All right, on your paper now, it is now time to color in our boxes here on this 10 frame to match exactly like what we have on this 10 frame. So the first thing that you're going to do is find your red crayon and you're going to color in 6 boxes red. So I'm going to take my red and I'm going to pause the video while I color in 6 boxes red. And I want you to do yours too. All right, one thing that I did not do on this side, but you could if you want to, is I did not number my boxes like I did here. If you want to number your boxes before you color and that helps you, then you go right ahead and do that, okay? All right, let's see if I colored in 6 boxes red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did. And I remembered when I come to the end of this row, which is box 5, I remembered to go back down and start over with box 6. Okay? We had 5 red and 3 yellow. So now we're going to take our yellow and color in 3 boxes yellow. So you go ahead and pause your video and do that. All right. I have now colored in my last 3 boxes yellow. So what I have on this side now matches exactly what I have on this 10 frame. I'm going to put it right beside it so you can see. Okay? Let me make sure I get it straight. There we go. 5 red and 3 yellow. All right, and when you count those up, all of them up, it should give us 9 in all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and it does. So your job now is to find one more way to make the number 8 here. Modeling and showing it first on your 10 frame. One more way to make the number 9 here. Okay, it has to be a different way than what we did up here. Okay, you cannot use 3 red and 5 yellow because we already used that here. And over on this side, you cannot use 6 red and 3 yellow. You have to find a different way. Okay? All right, so I want you to finish that up, and I can't wait to see it and look over it and check it and see how great you did. I'm looking for some beautiful new work to hang on our wow wall. So if you are doing a really nice job in coloring neatly and completing your work might end up having a spot on our wow wall. All right? Okay. Happy mathing. Do a great job. Bye.